Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, October 24th, 2012. Thank you for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We will start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see that the futures are trading higher this morning by 6.25 points to 14.13 and a quarter. Decent little pop there on the futures. Again, when the futures catch a bid, it usually means that the U.S. dollar index will trade lower, and that certainly is the case this morning. Dollar was sharply higher around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Has since pulled back. It's not down that much, all in all. It's only down about 1 penny on the session, but it has been declining since around, as I mentioned, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So that is definitely helping to give the futures, the S&P futures, a little bit of a bid higher. Yesterday the market was roasted and toasted. It sold off pretty sharply. Today you're getting a little bit of what we call a rebound effect. You'll see here how the S&P futures bottomed around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning and have been gradually trading higher as the dollar pulls in. So keep a close eye on the dollar chart. The market is oversold. So we have to remember that. You are into a support level. Basically yesterday the 1400 level was tagged on the S&P futures, so we have to take that into consideration. That's a big psychological level, as well as a lot of chart support on the daily chart. So the market should be due for at least a little bit of a bounce, but hey, you never know what can happen. Looking forward, you do have some economic news out today, I believe. A little bit later today, you're going to have the FOMC announcement at 2:15. Ben Bernanke will be making his policy statement. Obviously, he's not going to do anything. He's going to keep rates at 0%, the Fed funds rate to the big banks. Also, he's going to leave everything unchanged. He just did his QE3 announcement in September. So again, I don't expect much out of the Fed, but what I do expect them to say is, they see things gradually recovering. They're not going to say anything to hurt the markets. In fact, most people are wondering if they're going to say if they will boost the QE3 higher than what it is. Right now, they're just buying, I believe, $40 billion worth of mortgage-backed securities. So many people are wondering if they're going to say something more. But that announcement will be at 2:15, and that's pretty much the big announcement today. You'll also have some economic data out of released at 10 o'clock. You'll have PMI for October. I believe new home sales for the month of September will also be out at 10 o'clock as well. So I think it's 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So we have economic news at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So we'll see how the markets react off that news. But the big news is going to be the Bernanke statement at 2:15 this afternoon. So we'll see what comes out of that. Again, he's not going to do anything. He just may post a statement saying, things are looking better, or whatever he says, who knows. But in any case, we just care about what the market's reaction is, and that's the bottom line. Let's take a look at oil and gold. This morning, gold is flat, unchanged at $1,709. Gold has been pulling back pretty sharply. That's an indication of near-term deflation. Again, we'll just see how it plays out going forward. We don't want to make too much out of it at the moment. If you take a look at the GLD this morning, which is a good proxy for gold, you'll see that it's basically flat as well. It closed yesterday at 165.42. Today it's trading at 165.69. Not a big deal there. As for oil, light sweet crude is getting a little bit of a bounce, up 13 cents. Yesterday, light sweet crude really was hit pretty hard, down about $2. Today it's up 13 cents. Not a big deal there either. And again, the dollar is flat for the most part, so that pretty much tells us where gold and oil will be. But you have the USO this morning trading right around the 32.05 level. It closed at 31.97. So not a big deal there. That will be, you should watch that closely, but put it next to a US dollar index chart, and you can watch the two of them trade inverse. Gold and oil generally will trade inverse to the dollar. All right, let's take a look at some stocks out here, because we do have a fair amount of stocks out today. We'll start off with Facebook. It seems to be catching the biggest bid. Facebook is soaring today. The stock closed yesterday at $19.50. It's trading at $24 a share. Watch $24.50, maybe $24.60. There should be pretty good resistance there for Facebook. After that, it's going to be all the way up to $28.06. I don't expect that. but Facebook should have some resistance at $24.50. Maybe it's $24.60. The one thing you want to note about Facebook, though, it's a strong gap up. Okay, so you got to respect that. It may not be the best short candidate, fade candidate. Facebook today is a strong gap up. You want to respect strong gaps. They can go higher. You'll have, I guess, a little bit of chart resistance somewhere around the 25.80 level, and then you have a nice gap being filled around the 27 level. But really, it's 24.50, and then it's 28.06 is big resistance levels. I don't even know if I would short Facebook here. I don't think I will. Let's take a look at Netflix this morning. NFLX stock is getting roasted and toasted. Closed at $68.22. Today is trading at $57.40. Now the low tick here on Facebook, it comes from September 26th, and that was, I believe, $53 a share. Well, make it $52.80 was the low tick in August. If that level gets broken today, I mean, honestly, Facebook could realistically go down as low as $37, $40, maybe $37. So I'd be real careful on this one. This is also a weak gap down, a strong gap down. A strong gap down. So any breach of that $52.81 with conviction on a closing basis is really going to send this stock a lot lower. This stock could go down, test the $40 level, even the $37 level. So not a pretty picture today on Facebook. But we'll see if it can hold. If it can hold these levels, I don't think there's much you want to do with this one at the moment. Let's take a look at Buffalo Wild Wings. BWLD is the ticker. This stock is getting roasted and toasted, no pun intended. Closed at 83.46. Today it's trading at 74. I have levels on this one. 74 is a pretty good support level. If this fails, if this breaks, you'll obviously look at the low here of the morning. The low of the morning, I believe, was 71. So again, you'll have some minor support there at 71, but this is a weak gap down. So I do expect you could see some bounces here. 68.80 is going to be a support level, and then after that, it's going to be 64.20. So watch that one. After that, it'll be 54.73. I know that's an extreme level, but that's the way it works in this business. You never know when these things can fall like that. But right now, just a retest of 71 will be some minor support. That got there after hours yesterday. After that, it's going to be 68.80, which is double bottom from the 25th of July. And then you're going to have 64.20 and 54.73. So I think this stock could see some bounces here. It is a weak gap down. Let's take a look at United Therapeutics. UTHR is the ticker symbol. Stock closed at 53.28. It is getting slammed. Today it is trading at 47.60. I think the level you're going to have to watch here, there is support in this general area, 47.60, but after that, it's really 45.27, 42.32, and then it's basically $40, maybe even 39, and then it's down to the double bottom from 2011, September 2011, which is 36.83. So, but again, it's a weak gap down, so I would expect some bounces to occur. Just we'll have to see how it happens. But again, I ultimately would expect United Therapeutics to at least find some short-term bounces intraday, and these are just scalp levels. Remember, nothing more than that. But we'll see how it plays out. Right now, it's at $47.60, which is 46.50 is the short-term support level. So we'll see how it all plays out going forward. Let's take a look at Panera Bread. Ticker symbol PNRA. Panera is catching a huge bid. This is a strong gap up. There's nothing to do here with Panera. 175 is its daily chart. Double top high. A strong gap. I would leave it alone. There's nothing to do with Panera. This is, nearing its all-time highs. 175 could be a little bit of a pullback. It's a light volume stock. I don't think you want to get in front of this one, just in case the market is strong today. if the market's weak today, maybe this thing could pull back off 175, but really 175 is the only resistance I see, and it isn't even that great, coming from a strong gap, and the stock is very thin, so take that into consideration. So we'll leave Panera alone. Let's take a look at Norfolk Southern. NSC is the ticker. The stock is getting hit a little bit today, closed at 66. It is now trading at 63.40. The one thing I'm seeing about this one is you have a big double bottom here on the daily chart. Let me see, that's at 57.57. So that's a support level. 62.82 is also a support level that has not been tested. But this is a fairly strong gap down. So I would not rule out that 57.59 double bottom support level coming into play. And after that, it's actually much, much lower. Generally, I would expect this stock to hold up into that area. But hey, you never know. After that, it's going to be really... I'm going to say probably around the 52.50. I don't even like that level. Maybe around the 51.50 level, 51 and a quarter. Then really 46.65 around there. But again, I'm not sure. I don't even expect this thing to get through the 57.60 level. But hey, you never know if it does. Again, that's something you got to watch for. Now a stock to the upside is Dow Chemical. Dow Chemical is having a strong gap up. Excuse me. The stock is doing very, very well this morning, trading at 30.10, closed at 28.55. There's a lot of resistance in here around the 31 level. I don't really see all that much here for Dow Chemical. 31.08 and then 32.04. Those are going to be the big resistance levels. After they get through there, it'd be $33. So basically, it's every point higher. But nice little pop for Dow Chemical, and it is a strong gap, so we want to respect it a little bit. But 31 looks like a lot of resistance. Also 32.04. So, if you see it looks a little bit vulnerable, the market's looking a little bit weak, this might be a fade candidate, but it is a strong gap. And generally, we don't like to short the strong gap ups. Okay? That's pretty much what I have. I know there are a lot of other stocks out there. Again, if anything gaps above or below the levels, let them go to the next level before trying to attempt any kind of a trade. But there are a lot of different stocks. This is as much as I could cover in the time I've actually went over my allotment. I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts tomorrow. Take care, everyone.